Becky Kagan Schott is a professional Emmy Award-winning underwater videographer and photographer. She specializes in filming in extreme environments.
She lives just outside of Philadelphia and travels the world working for the likes of National Geographic, BBC, and Discovery Channel. She's now working on something in her own backyard. Corey Atkins explains in this week's Northern Michigan in Focus.
I'm very focused on shooting Great Lakes shipwrecks, again, because they have such amazing stories of survival and mystery and tragedy and such great stories and history.
And Becky is working on an incredible way to share these stories.
I've always wanted to work on mastering photogrammetry because there is so many things that you can do with it. And to me, it's an amazing way to showcase shipwrecks in a new way and bring these shipwrecks to life.
This year, Becky's adventures took her to the Straits of Mackinac. Shipwreck 1, the Brig Sandusky.
With photogrammetry, what is it? Well, you basically take a whole lot of images around an object like a shipwreck, and then you align them together in software, basically creating a 3D model of exactly what the shipwreck looks like. Now, this is really cool because you can see changes over time. If you shot that shipwreck for the next year, next 15, 30 years, you'll see changes in it.
Now just think about that. These models show what the wreck looks like the day she dove it.
It's also a really interesting way to see a wreck in its entirety, because as divers, we go down, and even if it's really good visibility, you may only see a very small portion of the wreck. So with photogrammetry, I can now see the shipwreck as a whole, no matter how bad or how good the visibility is. And that's really exciting. It basically freezes it in time.
These 3D models take thousands of pictures to make, like Shipwreck 2, the Maitland.
When I look at the Maitland and you look at its story and then you do a model of it, you can actually see the story come to life, because you see that the masts are no longer there. And you see the rudder turned really hard from when it almost had a head-on collision with another ship. And then you see that perfect V-hole collision in its side. And this ship has been down for almost 150 years. And then when you know the history, and you can even now like hold something like that in your hands and see the collision damage in it to its side. And the sunlight there. You see the rudder turned really hard. I mean, I'm basically holding a piece of history in my hands.
And that way Becky's able to share the stories and the history of what's under our great waters with everyone.
These wrecks are there. They're in your backyard, and they're amazing places to visit. And not everybody is going to be a diver and be able to go down and see these wrecks. It's a great way to share their stories and have them last forever.
For Northern Michigan in Focus, I'm Corey Atkins.